Well, the NFL on EA Sports has moved across the Atlantic to the capital city of London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the New York Jets and our home team. Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We're set. 19. I got you. I got you. I got it. You're all right. 4. Check 13. Check 13. One twist.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
57's run. I got it. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. It's a party now. It's a party now. 59. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. 9 go.
Here's Watson now on second down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 75 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Faking the give, Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Motion, motion, motion.
A first down carry now for Miller. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson, and the Texans will add on to their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10.
New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
It's now 3rd and 10.
40. 41's the money. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 19. Mark 54. 24. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 1985.
Now a first down throw. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first downs.
Back at the 47-yard line.
What's that? 19! Hey, let's get some penetration. Let's get some penetration.
On second down now. It's Miller, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tough spot here. Back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 50 seconds to Mike. Hey, 59. Think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you could just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Take it, take it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hatch it. Yo, 80. Under crunch. Keep going, OT.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And down to the 27-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well. Because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Brandon Dunn in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, 26 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the right, tight end left. We got 4.
Throwing again is Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
50 seconds to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson forced out to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going to go. It's Darnold. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was looking for a new one there, but now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
Together, the front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Let's go, Mike, 55. Check, 55.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Here we go. 57. Mike, 57. Drop deep. 57's Mike. Mike, 57. You. 59. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Kermit. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Second and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, QB, come on. Big air.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come, baby.
A give the first man through Gillespie of the fullback. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 21.
No.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll try the right side with Bell. Room past the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Darnold from the gun. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gibson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
36. Hey, 24. Watch twist. Watch. Hey, 31.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
57's Mike. Mike, I got him. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Now Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
57's the Mike. He don't know no better. Alert, alert. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. 3 bugs. 57. Mike, 57.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set. 19. Here we go. Roger, Roger. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
46-yard line.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Like a set. 19. Hey, tight. Strong run. And 54. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got you.
Out of the gun, Watson. They'll roll him out right. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. First carry here for Tywan Jones. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold out right here to Herndon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target.
At the 19-yard line.
Mike, right there in the middle, 55. I got you.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Watson will bring up in 10 at their own 27. The ground, it's Lamar Miller. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Army. Check Nick. Alert.
Again, it's Miller. Always got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To throw is Darnold. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 16. Darnold, he's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson taking it in. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
50 seconds. 19. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, dog.
And they will take a knee here.
Set. 19. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here's Miller throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but